Hey YouTube, welcome back to Granite Gardens. My name is Melissa. Today we are talking about sustainable living. Do you live a sustainable life? I don't necessarily mean like never going to the grocery store, never relying on modern influences. I mean, is there things that you do every single day that are sustainable? I know that not all of us currently live in our end goal life, right? Like for me, the concept of sustainability sounds like a ton of fun. Like that is hashtag goals. However, I totally recognize that it takes years of practice, years of research, understanding, and changing and modifying your current lifestyle in order for you to become totally sustainable. Now, if you live any kind of a form of a sustainable life, you're going to know that what works for you may not necessarily work for your neighbor. And that's the reason why it's so important to try different things and to utilize new things as much as possible, figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So today I'm going to share with you guys just a few things that we have that are sustainable living. These are going to be some very small steps that anybody could take. Some of them are fairly larger ones. Some of them people might think I'm totally crazy for. This started out as a hobby, but has definitely become more of a way of life. So I'm in the kitchen today and I'm just kind of cleaning a few things up. I had my birthday this past weekend, so I got some fun new toys and I'm trying to get things organized and put back together. First and foremost, what I want to talk about as far as sustainable living, which I think is really one of the most important parts of sustainable living, is downsizing. Now, I have no interest in living in a tiny house. That's probably not the direction that my life will be in anytime soon. But taking a more realistic approach to what you have and what you really need is something that I've been working on over the past few years. I can own something that I like, that's pretty, that has an aesthetically pleasing purpose to it. But what's most important is that it has to be functional as well. Another concept of a sustainable lifestyle is reusing things, okay? So even if it's not necessarily totally recyclable, just making sure that you use things at least more than once is a step in the right direction. Plastic bags from the grocery store. Our plastic baggies that we bring home produce from the grocery store do not just go in the trash. They get multiple uses before they end up in the trash. One being, we like to line our little tiny trash cans with them. We'll use it to pick up stuff out of the yard for trash. We use it in our kitchen compost bin, so we'll put it in, use it for compost just as an extra lining so that the inside of the compost bin doesn't get funky. Then after we dump the compost, the plastic does end up in the trash. So here I have another sustainable option for you. Bought some bananas from the grocery store today and I ate one for breakfast. Usually this banana would go in our compost. Some people just toss them in the trash. We do compost these. But I've actually recently discovered a new way to use banana peels. Banana peels, when soaked in water, can actually be used as a fertilizer. So what I'm doing is I'm taking an old glass jar, nothing pretty, just peeled off the label. I'm gonna put my banana peel in there, and then over the next few days, as I eat the rest of my bananas, I'll fill this jar up with my banana peels, and I'll make sure that they're all covered in water. I will let it sit for about a week. And then after that, I can strain out the actual banana peels, and the water that's in here is going to have the nutrients from the banana peel, and I can use it to water and fertilize my plants. So just make sure that you are not wasting anything. You really want to make sure that you are eating or using everything that you bring into your home to its absolute maximum potential. So as you guys know, we have chickens in the backyard, so we get eggs daily. Some ways that we use our eggs other than just eating the egg. So I water glass my eggs to make sure that they'll last us longer. So these are water glassed from last fall, and we're still eating them. Another way that we use our eggs is we save our eggshells. So here we've got a bunch of our eggshells ground up. Tyler keeps them in the freezer. I don't know if that's necessary. Essentially, what you have to do is you just have to dry them out really, really well, and then you can crush them up. And once they're crushed up really well, you can add them to your garden beds. It's going to bring calcium into your garden beds. So one thing that I'm like really avid about is wiping down kitchen countertops. However, Tyler has mentioned that he absolutely hates the smell of bleach. So I came across this cute little sustainable wipes, like DIY wipes that you can use to disinfect your home on TikTok, and I've been dying to do it, so I'm doing it with you guys today. Okay, so what you're gonna need for this little setup is you're gonna need one of your favorite essential oils. Today I'm going to be using Wild Orange by doTERRA. You're going to need a large jar with a lid. So I've got this jar here with a lid. You're gonna need a half a cup of rubbing alcohol, 1 cup of vinegar, and 2 cups of water. Very simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my 2 cups of water. Add my 1 cup of vinegar without spilling. My half a cup of rubbing alcohol. And then anywhere from 10 to 20 drops of essential oils. And then you need some of your towels that you're gonna put in. So these I think are microfibers that I got from the dollar store. It was like a pack of 5, or the other 3 are in the laundry right now, so I'll add them once they come out. But for now we're just gonna go ahead and stuff your towels in there, kind of mix everything up, and you're all set. And you can close your lid and just leave this out on the counter, so when it's time to wipe the counters down, you just pull one out and use it. So this is gonna go right here so I can fill it up the rest of the way and use it to clean with. And it smells so good. So one thing that I have a ton of are cloth napkins. And quite frankly, they weren't getting used very often. I was kind of in this mindset of you only use cloth napkins for special occasions, because if they get too dirty and dingy, then you have to throw them away, right? Well, I've totally changed my opinion on that and decided to throw all of that to the wind and just start using my cloth napkins. So I have a little system here set up on the counter for use of cloth napkins. I've got my little dish here, this little basket that I keep all of my clean cloth napkins in. Obviously, this is not my whole stash. And then any of the dirty cloth napkins go into this basket. I also tend to throw any of our dirty dishcloths that need washed in here as well. So it kind of becomes the catch-all for more than just the napkins, basically any kind of kitchen linens. But I love utilizing this. This is going to really help us cut down on our use of paper towels, and it also gives us the ability to kind of control and monitor how much waste we're creating. Now, while we're over here, I'm going to highlight a few things that I got for my birthday. This year for my birthday, I got a lot of sustainable friendly gifts from friends and family, which is pretty awesome. This is a clothesline, folks. I got 2, so this is just 1 post. There's another post here. A clothesline is something that I've been wanting for a really long time, and it's probably more for like a nostalgia purpose, like the concept of just being able to go outside and hang up your sheets and let them like blow in the wind. And then if anything happens to the point where I can't use my dryer, I also have this as a backup. All right, so my next birthday gift was a collab from a lot of people that I dearly love. But I'm so excited to say that I finally have this. I own a Berkey water filter. So the concept with the Berkey water filters, which I'll get a close-up here in a second, is it's like the holy grail of water filters. Essentially, you could get like pond water and run it through here, and you'd be able to drink it. It'd be totally safe. So some questions that I've gotten about this so far is, where do you plug it in? It's a completely standalone product. All you have to do is pour the water in. There are 2 filters in here that will filter out your water, obviously. It's a 2-part chamber. So up here, it's got the water with the filters, and then down here is where your filter water comes out. So there she is. Very pretty, that's for sure. Love it. And then on the inside here, you can see the water filters. Here. You can see the water filters and kind of what it looks like on the inside. And then it'll drain down to the bottom and come out the spout. I hope this video inspired you to become at least a little bit more self-sustainable during your everyday life. If you've got any really cool tips or tricks for self-sustainability, I ask that you please share them below with the community. I'm sure we'd all love to see them. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Now while we're over here, was I blocking that the whole time? I hope so.